Wireless charging feels like the future until you actually rely on it. On paper, it sounds perfect. Drop your phone, walk away, and let the future handle the rest. But in real life, it's slow, it's inconsistent, and sometimes you wake up with 17% battery just staring at your charger like you had one job. But in 2023, the Qi 2 standard was announced, and by 2024, it finally rolled out. And it promised to fix every major problem with wireless charging, from alignment, heat, power, and efficiency. So after a full year, did it actually deliver? Well, to answer that, you probably need a baseline of what were the actual issues. And the first major problem was efficiency. You see, wireless charging is fundamentally less efficient than wired. Even under perfect alignment, you might get around 60 to 80% efficiency. But shift the phone even just little or use a thicker case, and that number drops fast. So that 25-watt wireless charger on the box, in real-world conditions, it often behaves more like a 12 to 18-watt wired charger. Still usable, but definitely not fast in today's standards. And all that wasted energy turns into heat, which is the next problem. Not exactly dangerous, but noticeably warm. But I have seen some charging style pucks that get super hot, like 60 degrees Celsius hot, which is basically almost what you need to cook an egg. Again, not unsafe, but warmer than you expect for something that's not supposed to damage your battery. But the real issue is actually alignment. Your phone has a charging coil, the pad has a charging coil, and for wireless charging to work perfectly, those coils need to be on top of each other perfectly. Just a few millimeters off and everything starts to drop. Efficiency, speed, consistency, and it starts to make more heat. That's how you can leave your phone on a charger all night, get an email, and wake up realizing it barely charged at all. And that problem was so common that Apple eventually stepped in and created a brand new solution. They created MagSafe for your phone. Apple added magnets to force perfect coil alignment. The result was predictable, consistent charging every single time. And Qi 2 takes that same idea and makes it universal for everyone. It's pretty much the same alignment system, just built into an open standard anyone can use. Not only that, older Qi chargers topped out at 15 watts. Qi 2 supports up to 25 watts. And because alignment is now locked in, you actually get much closer to those advertised speeds. But this wouldn't mean much if I didn't test it. So here's the same phone, the same start level, same room. Qi 2 was noticeably faster and far more consistent than the older Qi pads. So that being said, it is a real upgrade. But here's the thing, wired charging is still in a completely different league. Even with Qi 2's improvements, wired still wins by a huge margin. Most new phones now support 40-watt wired charging and sometimes even more, which means a quick plug-in can take you to 50% long before Qi 2 even gets close. In practice, a single short wired charging session can replace 2, sometimes 3 wireless top-ups throughout the day. So the real question becomes, do we actually need wireless charging to be fast? Plugging it in gets you to 50% in about the same time it takes to drink a coffee. Wireless charging was never meant to beat wired. It was always about convenience. Effortless power you don't need to think about. And Qi 1 didn't really live up to that, but Qi 2 finally makes that vision realistic. Better alignment, better efficiency, and more controlled temperatures. And a far fewer frustrating mornings. It's not perfect, it's not groundbreaking, but it's finally reliable. Which was the real upgrade wireless charging actually needed. So sometimes in tech, good enough is what changes everything. If you want the other half of the charging story, the wired side, the tech that's dramatically getting better thanks to a new material called GaN, that's making all this charging tech faster and unbelievably small, then you should check out this video where I actually break that down. And if you enjoyed more deep dives like this, feel free to like and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.